Good morning. Now we will start our chapter number 8. This is the lesson about the Babur, Humayun and Sher Shah. First of all, in our first session, we have learned about the Babur. How Babur he entered in India and then he fought the different battles and then he laid the foundation of the Mughal Empire. So in our first session, we have completed the chapter's first part. Now we will start the same chapter in our session number 2, and there we will start about the new, we can say, the heading. This is related with Humayun. Some information I have to give you. The number 1, you all, I hope you have completed the chapter 7's work. So this chapter work will also given you soon in the next time, and today I will give you something, means other related work you will mark in your book, and on Monday you will keep your copies ready with your question. You will write short one and answers will be given you. So if you will write that time, it will be easy for completing the work also. So now we will start with the heading Humayun. Humayun was the son of Babur, elder son. Babur had 4 sons. So among them, Humayun was the elder son. And due to the safety of the Humayun's life, according to the legend, it is said Babur lost his life. So after the death of Babur, Humayun he started his work in India from 2 phases, 1530 to 1540, and once again 1555 to 1556. 2 different phases he received in India, having the certain reason that we will discuss here. So Babur already nominated Humayun as his successor for the Mughal emperor. So Humayun became the ruler after the death of Babur, but Babur left a very vast empire because 4 battles he had in India, and each and every battle he was the winner of the part. So his area belonged to the east, that was the Bengal and Bihar, and the west part of India, that is the Gujarat and Malwa, north side Himalaya, and then according to that era, that is the Deccan side, that is the north to Deccan, that was the Gwalior in south. So this much area Babur received in our country. In your map side you can check it. It is given in the colorful way. So Babur had this area. So Humayun got this much vast area. But according to the Babur desire, he took the charge of the Delhi, Agra and nearby area, and rest of the part, Kashmir, part of the Bengal and even the western part, he has given among his brother. He had 3 brothers, but he was not able to consolidate the empire because it was the weak empire. Babur only winner of the area, but he did not get the time to control and make his rule over the area. Humayun, he was the man of literary. Means Humayun's main concern was with the books. He is famous among the Mughal as the bookworm. He was the lover of the reading. So by nature he was calm and quiet, very honest, easygoing, loyal, and simply he used to believe upon the another person. But to become a ruler, he required a general quality, administrative quality, and also having the sense to understand about the human being, that he was completely lacking. So it resulted he was not able to consolidate the empire. Another hand, he was having a lot of difficulties on the way. Means Humayun, he got the throne, but it was really a throne for him. he has to face many strong challenges. Number 1, the Afghan ruler Sher Shah Suri. So, Sher Khan, he was the man of the brilliant general, quality of the good administrator, very determined, keen observer, and focused with his target. And his target was the throne of Delhi and to replace the Mughal. So he was the great challenge for the Humayun, which resulted Humayun's era is divided into 1530 to 40, 10-year struggle of Humayun, and afterward from the 1540 to 1555 the era of exile, and finally he received the throne. So that's why it is divided into two parts. Then Bahadur Shah, the ruler of Gujarat and Malwa. He was also a very powerful ruler, and once again he wanted the throne of Delhi. Then another important challenge in his own house, his own three brothers, who always created problem for Humayun, and especially at the time when the enemy surrounded him. Instead of helping the Humayun, they created problem for the Humayun. In such way, the life of the Humayun all that time after the death of Babur, it was full of struggle. He has to face many battles, and different battle, the different result because of his own weaknesses also. First of all, we will discuss about the military expedition of the Humayun. Number 1, attack on Chunar Fort. It was very famous, and there he faced the challenge of the Sher Shah. Even he was able to control the Chunar area. Later on, the Sher Shah, he was a very wise person, and he was quite diplomat. He pleaded Humayun, and then he said that give me the shelter in the Chunar Fort for the month. So Humayun, easy by the nature, he has given this opportunity to Sher Shah Suri. This was his historical mistake, because again same time he has to face the another person, that was the Bahadur Shah of Gujarat. So he allowed Sher Shah to live in the fort of Chunar, and then the Sher Shah started increasing his power and position in the Chunar fort. That was the mistake done by the Humayun, and it resulted finally he has to out from the India also. Then next way he moved at the side of Gujarat, and there he has to face Bahadur Shah of Gujarat. But he defeated Bahadur Shah of Gujarat, and Bahadur Shah of Gujarat, he fled from the place. Then again very soon he lost the area of Gujarat. What happened here? In the absence of the Humayun, from Agra he received the news that now the Sher Shah, he made his strong position in Bengal and Bihar. So now Sher Shah, he controlled over the area of Bengal, which was the part of the Mughal Empire. So when Humayun heard this news, he left the area of Gujarat in his hand of his brother, and then he moved to the Bengal area to meet with the Sher Shah Suri. And it resulted very easy way, the Bahadur Shah of Gujarat defeated Humayun's brother, and then he recaptured the area of Gujarat. Then Humayun moved at the side of Bengal. So then he spent his 6 months at the side of the Chunar fort, and this time Sher Shah invaded Gaur, the capital city of the, we can say, the Bengal, and then he seized the treasure whatever he found, because Bengal was rich from the beginning time. So he returned to the area of Bihar. Later on, Humayun too reached at the goal, but there he simply spent his time while making the different plan. Meanwhile, his brother Hindal, that he declared himself as the ruler of the Agra. Then, by the time Sher Khan, he also created problem for Humayun as communication problem he created for the Humayun. So Humayun was unable to get the real information about the Agra. Then afterward there were the Battle of Chausa. In this Battle of the Chausa, both teams from Humayun and Sher Shah, they marched. Later on there were the negotiation of the peace between the Sher Shah and Humayun. It is said from the both sides that they will help each other, they will not attack, and many more points they have discussed. But Sher Shah, he was diplomat in his nature. He used to use his policy when his weakened position. And Humayun, by nature, he was very simple. He did not have the quality to understand about the indeed of the Sher Shah, because once in the battle of Chunar, when he come to know the real nature of the Sher Khan, so that time he should not act in such way. So once again he came in the words of the Sher Khan. So this time, within the few months of the negotiation, within the few days, Sher Khan attacked over the Mughal army. Sher Shah had a planning, having the war technique, and the Mughal, they did not prepare for this battle. So Humayun, finally he has to jump in the river Ganga, and anyhow he escaped and saved his life. So after this there were the Battle of Kannauj. So we can say Sher Shah this time encouraged with his success. And you read that in the Battle of the Chunar, then Battle of Gujarat, then Chausa, almost the power of the Humayun, means his army and all, already spent a lot of time period. And another hand, the Sher Shah, he was focused with one enemy. In the family matter, Humayun was always getting problem through his brother. So internal and external, both sides, Humayun's condition become weak. It resulted Sher Shah had only one target, and that was the capture of Delhi through Humayun. But Humayun has to face in the same time many challenges along with the Sher Shah. It resulted in the next battle of Kannauj, the Mughal force decisively defeated, and then Sher Khan, he was able to defeat the Humayun and send out from the area, declare himself as the next ruler of the Delhi. So Sher Shah, he become the master of Delhi, Agra, and already he captured the area of Bengal and Bihar. In such way, he established his rule. About him we will discuss later in this lesson only, because he was the very important person in our Indian history. Then it was the era of the 1540 when Sher Shah defeated Humayun, and then he became the ruler of the Delhi. And 1542 1555, this was the time period for the Humayun's exile. 15-year exile the Humayun has to face. In his exile time period, he was married with Hamida Bano Begum. And then only 1542, there were the birth of a child, Akbar. Akbar was born in Amarkot in Sindh. Nowadays in the news you are listening the name of the Sindh. So this was the area, maximum part at present part of the Pakistan. So in the Sindh only he was born in the Amarkot, and it was a Rajput family, the friend of the Humayun, who gave shelter to his wife, and there were only the birth of the Akbar. So early life of the Akbar he spent in the Rajput family. So he was familiar with the nature of the Rajput, which brought a far effect in his life. We will discuss in the next chapter. So in such way, the Humayun later on, after these exile period, he moved at the side of Shah of Persia, and there he was able to prepare himself to gain the power back from our country. So 1545, for 5 years Sher Shah Suri was live after crowning himself, but that was the very remarkable or the marvelous era of the Indian history. Whenever we will talk about the administration of the India, so we will always remember the name of the Sher Shah Suri. He was diplomat, he was administrative, so these qualities are required for a good ruler or the administrator. That quality Sher Shah had. So for the 5 years he was live, and within the 5 years really he did the work till now. His work is admirable. Next part of the lesson we will discuss. So in 1554 Humayun returned back to India. Already there were the death of Sher Shah Suri. His sons were not capable to hold the rule for the long time period. So Humayun was able. He restored the power and help from the Shah of Persia. So he was able to consolidate his position in Afghanistan. So he was able to defeat his successor in India. And then he recaptured Delhi and Agra in 1555. That year he crowned himself and became the ruler of the Delhi and Agra. We can say once again he gave flame to the Mughal rule. Humayun, who was the lover of book, means he was the master of many subjects. He was having a very good knowledge of the astronomy and astrology, knowledge for the geography and knowledge for the many other subjects also he had. So he was the lover of book. So one day he was having the library, and from the library, after reading, it was his habit, he was coming down to his area, and it resulted his, like we can say, there were the fall at the side of the staircase. He could not able to maintain his balance, and then only he was dead. That time Akbar had the age of the 13 years. So it was unfortunate for Humayun from the 1540 to, we can say, 1530 to 40, 10 years with the different struggle, and once again 15-year exile. And when he consolidated, once he got the time to rule over the India, he was unable to balance, and in such way he was having the death. About the Humayun, we are getting a detailed information through his sister's book, that is known as the Humayun Nama, written by Gulbadan Baker. During the time of the Humayun's death time, his wife, she constructed a building. It is known as the Tomb of Humayun, and same tomb, many more points that is taken for the Taj Mahal. In such way, the Humayun's life was ended. Next session, we will read about a very important person, Sher Shah Suri, who was not an enemy of Humayun, but he was the real administrator of India. Within the 5 years, whatever he did, it became the golden history for our country in the field of administrator. One of the best administrator among the many other people. So his era is also very famous. For you, read the chapter and then you can search the some exercise work Along with that, learn the important word. In your classwork copy, complete your chapter number 7, already given and many days are given to you. You can write your question and leave the line according to the answer. So directly when it is still, that time you are able to write your answer. For today, this much you do. Thank you, children.